Ciao amici, I'm Maestro Leo Spizzirri. Welcome to the Pizza Garage, and today I'm going to be showing you the perfect recipe to make traditional New York pizza sauce just like the pros do. In order to do this, let's talk about a couple things. To me, that traditional New York pizza sauce always started in Italy, and I feel that when the origins of New York pizza began, it probably began more as an Italian-style pizza sauce than an American one. So before we start getting into all the dry herbs and all that kind of stuff, let me tell you about how I do this personally. I start with crushed tomatoes. Find yourself the best crushed tomatoes that you can get. If they're from California or if they're from Italy, wherever they are, find the best ones that you can get your hands on. The color should be beautiful, bright red. You can see the color of these tomatoes. When you taste them, they shouldn't taste like the inside of the can that they were sitting in. They should taste sweet. They should taste like a tomato that came out of the garden in August. If they taste anything other than that, they're probably not that great. Okay? For myself, I would start with really good whole peel tomatoes and hand crush them myself, just as one more level of making sure that they're pure, original, really good tomatoes. To that, I would add probably about up to a tablespoon of sea salt into that and a good shot of olive oil. All that together, mix it all up, and to me, that's the perfect sauce for almost all of my pizzas. Now, the other thing that I want to remind you is that when we start talking about the addition of these ingredients into this sauce, to me, maybe I'm more of a purist. Maybe I'm more of that classic Italian pizza guy, right? So to me, what I would do to this sauce, I'd get myself a couple, 2-3 leaves of fresh basil, hand tear these, throw them inside, maybe a half a clove to 1 clove of garlic, smash that. Don't chop it, just give it a crack. Stick it inside here. The idea of the basil and the garlic is that they're not going to overpower everything. And the idea is that just the essential oils of these are going to come out and you're still going to be able to taste the beautiful tomatoes. However, I know there's a lot of people that are going to argue with me, so I'm going to give you another recipe that I also use very traditionally, and when I go and consult projects all over the country, this is a very typical sauce that I use. So again, this is 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes. To this, I've got some very simple ingredients. The first one, I've got some sea salt over here. This is about 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt going right in. Why sea salt? Because it came from water, likes to go back into water. In this case, it's got a lot of liquid in it and it mixes in very well. You don't have to worry about finding the salt on the bottom of this tomato sauce. Now, also, we're gonna do a little oregano. This is dry oregano. Dry oregano, I got about 3/4 tablespoon. Kind of put that in there, nothing too overpowering yet. Now, when we get to garlic, garlic powder, granulated garlic, or fresh garlic. This is one of those arguments. And a lot of people say, go ahead, put the granulated garlic, or go ahead and put the garlic powder. I actually do prefer garlic powder to granulated garlic. Just make sure that it's not chunky or anything like that. Sometimes when it sits in the container, you'll see that it kind of makes those little bits that look like little stones, right? So I want to make sure that it's all pressed out, that there's none of that. This is about 1/2 teaspoon, right? Not too much, just a little bit. And then finally, we're going to take some black pepper. Black pepper, I don't know, let's say it's probably about 1/4 teaspoon. I'm gonna hand crack this nice and fresh. A little bit more for good measure. The last thing, and this is one of those things that to me comes back to using really good tomatoes, right? Everybody, when we talk about New York pizza or any of the American styles of pizza sauce, everybody says we gotta put sugar. So for all of you out there, I'm gonna do you a solid and I'm gonna say, okay, fine, let's use some sugar. I'm using granulated sugar over here. This is about 1/2 teaspoon, right? That's it, so simple. What else do we need? We just gotta stir this and get it all into the game. If I was to say one more thing, some of you out there like a little bit of spice in your life. If you want it, go and put about 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes into this, if you like that sort of thing. For me, when I build my pizzas, things like pepper flakes, I like to put those on top of the pizza as I need them. I just got done recording a series in my favorite Italian grocery store here in Chicago where we discussed all the different ingredients. If you want to see what I'm talking about in these ingredients, go and check out that video that's in the corner over here. The last thing that we need to do is stir this sauce. Just give it a nice stir. All these things that we need are in here. One other thing, I know I mentioned that a little bit of olive oil doesn't hurt this. I really do like to use olive oil inside here. I love the pepperiness that the olive oil brings, but a little bit of olive oil inside of your pizza sauce kind of helps you keep everything moving on top of the pizza. I know that we say, mozzarella does its thing and, it'll kind of spread and melt as it's going in the oven. But to me, I always like a little bit. If it's not in the sauce, I like to add it on top of the pizza. You'll see that just with a quick stir over here, to me, I've got the perfect consistency. I've got the perfect texture. I can see all those herbs in here, nothing too real overpowering. The last thing I'm gonna tell you to do is go ahead, take this sauce, cover it up, put it in the refrigerator overnight. I wanna give those flavors a chance to really blend in with those tomatoes. Now be aware, because we've got that granulated garlic in here and we got that dry oregano in here, the longer that this sits in the refrigerator, the more pungent they're gonna become. You're gonna really start to get overpowering and we're gonna get away from that fresh tomato flavor. However, give this overnight in the refrigerator, make your pizzas the next day with the dough the next day, and I promise you it's gonna be beautiful.